What stood out the most for me for this classroom was the observation, like going into elementary schools and like actually seeing what goes on in the classroom. I observed a fifth grade classroom at Ainsworth Elementary with a teacher that I actually had when I was in fifth grade. Her name is Mrs. Reed, and she's going to retire next year, so and next year is her last year. And I just thought it was so interesting how fundamentally fifth grade hasn't changed since I was last there. Like the subjects are the same thing that I remember. The students are acting the way that like my classmates used to act. I just thought it was so interesting. And it really just gave me a peek into hopefully what is my future because I want to go into fifth grade or like fourth grade teaching. So hopefully. And that was just like the funnest part for me for this class. I really enjoyed going into the classroom. The students were just amazing and so friendly. And they were all just so, it was so fun to be there. And my host teacher, she would let me grade papers, and that was really fun. I really like grading the papers. I really like how, like, over the days that I was there, I could see, like, the students improve on the subject that they were learning. Like, for example, while I was there, they were doing long division, and I got to grade some of their math papers, and I got to do two about long division, and I could really see the improvement. I could recognize their names from like the last papers that I graded, and they did improve. They did learn more. And I just think that's so amazing that we got this opportunity to go into a classroom and actually find out how it feels to be a teacher, or I guess a teaching assistant. I unfortunately didn't get to tutor or really help out in the classroom. I was just there to observe and to grade papers, but I really wish I did get to. Those kids are just amazing, incredible. They're so smart. And we had two students, I think, from Mexico that didn't really speak English well. Like they had just like came to this, I guess, our city, and they were doing so incredibly well. Even though they didn't speak a lot of English, they had like students next to them that spoke Spanish, so they could translate for them. I just think it's so amazing how they, even though they don't speak English, they could just like do just as well as their classmates did who did speak English and did the assignments that they were doing. They didn't get any special like assignments in Spanish. They were the same assignments that their other English speaking classmates got, and they still did well. They still did so good, and that was the most interesting part of this class for me, just being inside the classroom. And I wish I could still be in there. Thank you for listening.